Good afternoon, ladies and germs. Getting things spun up right now. Might be a few minutes before I actually get the game running. Bear with me. A little bit of evidence for your listening pleasure while we work on some particulars. Good to see you. If you drop by, leave a chat. Something like that.
Set it off in the sunny distance, no days existent. My patience let me wait till the greatest love listened to me. I used to play the witness, wait in the trenches. It's like the 6 man sits on different benches. It's hard squeezing life in a sentence. And if I do, roll carpet with the red tint. My entrance is what's between. When I exit, it's evidence left on the scene. Alchemist cut the record down to the bone, and with a record like this, I take the world by storm. It's God bless the land of the brave. Understand where I stand, my hand is made. From BROOK, Lynn the planet. Family landed, managed to raise the man that I became. Panic on my first campaign, but when the words fell in place, I was certain of rain. I lit the purple, then step in the circle and start flexing. Weatherman invented, now storms change direction. Portions of my proceeds is feeding my homies now. I always shared pretty good for an only child. I was the baby boy, I could do no wrong. Now the roles reverse, I'm putting people on. They off welfare and got healthcare, and used to have their priorities elsewhere. I took rims and tires and traded them for a ticket to an island. It's where I wrote this rhyming, where I first saw my vision written. Driven by a better living and place to raise kids in. So I think like I rule the world, on the brink of something bigger, building schools for boys and girls. The thought alone gets me out of my bed. I said you got the tools, get them shits up out of the shed. Come on. Pass me a mic and roll down the way. Pass me a mic and roll down the way.
I'm like the Emmett Smith of rhyming, the Jack Dempsey MC. All my shit customed out, whole afford eventually. Money is made, fly blades. A woman with brains to help a black nigga reign. My lifestyle's a prowler, a rich loner owner. Used to pump in coffee shops, had my bitch Brazil with me rolling up. Fly ass and still classy, asking questions like, why you wear all that glass? Why would you splash me? Yo, it's only nigga shit. I'ma teach you like I was taught to. Hold a form, walk through, seeing all kind of great fossils, colossal jewels. Pick a house, act fly, I got you. No need to walk backwards, fuck up the taxes. My street credibility is stronger than NASA's, yeah. Yo, a diplomatic winner, night boots, a Scully good denim jean on, and one renter.
Pass me a mic and roll down the way. Pass me a mic and roll down the way.
They say you only live once, I disagree. You only live twice, your life and then through your seed. So I bleed on wax and feed them the deed. So when I die, they got a foundation of my publishing beat. Plus the words that I speak, here's my family jewels. It ain't all blood diamonds, but life experience tools. And I be rhyming cool, but my philosophy's deep. Like a Dear John letter, so read them and weep. And the wolves smell blood, you can feed them to meat. But I'm a like an underworld, we can meet in the street. Draw heat, but what happened to peace? It got a dirty Sanchez, like what happened to Screech. Jesus, diarrheas, I mean holy shit. Christ on a cracker, that's just how we spit communion. Had the wine make the sign of the cross, and I don't live in the past, chalk it up as a loss. Went from please listen to my demo, to stretch limo, to the pen in the cell watching Eminem on Jimmy Kimmel. But I can't go out like Kimbo, slice like Gina Carano. I'm a cyborg who terminate mano a mano. Still Ronald McDonald, over 1 billion served, but it's up to me to get what I deserve. So I handle my biz and hustle harder than the norm. The early bird gets the worm, but the hawk gets the bird.
Pass me a mic and roll down the
Where we go?
Pass me a mic and roll down the
I take my time with it. I take forever, sick of working that clever. Let's skip ahead to the next, pushing my own limits. I make it better, ain't no one touching my future. Ain't no one fuck with my old shit yet. Ain't shit inspiring since last we met. Can't forget that Dungeon crew, that style we spit, that space cadet. That dumb that make that place forget they worry, let they reason wiggle clean. We coming bent with a smooth criminal lean on some. At 10 a pack, I might as well resort to robbery while rappers try to act like they labels advance some money still. And acting rich in a shaky and fake economy might make the indie kid at the award show snatch a chain and peel. Yeah, they front so hard them fuckers they can't even look in my eyes. They on some nonsense, we on some non-stop. Simply put, I'm on some over it, underwhelmed cigarette. Bark at some fully afflicted nerds trying to mix martial art me. Shit, can't go 2 blocks, all you do is win, huh? Boner jam, spam, let them spar with the end. I'ma lash at them, animus, cannibal, pugilistic to spit. Future unwritten, let my pen wrangle it. Manhandle nonsense. Can't fake away your fangs, suck the leaves, but you don't sting. Pest fade, cause you can't hang. I came to play, I came to rock, I came to stay, they came so soft. Can't look away, my rockers off. Out the box, in your iTunes, out your mouth. In with the next shit, out like a getaway car. Yeah. They front so hard, them fuckers, they can't even look in my eyes. Nah. They on some nonsense, we on some non-stop. Yeah. They front so hard, them fuckers, they can't even look in my eyes. No. They on some nonsense, we on some non-stop. Yeah, barrel full of powder, ship full of tea. Close about an hour, bringing sick to the seas. Bellies full of barter, thick with the thieves. Once they hit the harbor, it's a wick and a breeze. There goes another one, right out from under them. Different seashore, same 30 stores. There goes another one, right out from under them. Worldwide mining town, steal it up, sell it down. And not too long ago, mom and pop owned the shop. Prognosis progress, the Dow owns the block. Here to sell them salvation, an elevation sort of signal disorder in Celebration, Florida. They got the medicine to fix your mood. Tell you to mind your place and eat that Cisco food. You crave the arrogance the rich folk ooze. Take life, waste life just to get those jewels.
Heads will roll. Low life, recite that untold. Keep with the goals, rehearse with the 11. It'll be arrow after bullet after sunflower. Heads will roll. Low life, recite that untold. Keep with the goals, rehearse with the 11. It'll be barrel after barrel of that gun.
It seems we're falling out of favor. The era ended on us. Now the money's just paper, the house is all haunted. We had a hell of a run before it caught up. For all the corners cut, we got an avalanche of sawdust. Light for the party, we're the death of the novel. The glass is half empty, so pass the next bottle. It's the flight of the salesman, death of the bumblebee. Nothing left for the attorneys and the tumbleweeds. They say that God's on the right, so goes the rhetoric. But I think that cross is a kite that left a skeleton. And I think that Russell was right, but that's irrelevant, friend. For all I know, there'll be nothing left to defend tomorrow. Sugar in the gas tank, nothing in the cash box. Thought that we were so sick, looking like it's smallpox. The bullets are still on the shelves, but when the Aldmeri empties, we're melting down the bed.
Heads will roll. Low life, recite that untold. Keep with the goals, rehearse with the 11. It'll be arrow after bullet after sunflower. Heads will roll. Low life, recite that untold. Keep with the goals, rehearse with the 11. It'll be barrel after barrel of that gun.
It's the end of Law and Order. Dick Wolf, aware in America, rocking a cheap sheep suit. Pull wool, weave through, stay on course to pull over by that pulled port. Cops, keeping the peace. Cocked, catch and release like a sportsman. See him in the court, then piss poor, paying him a portion. Funny how they distort extortion, never better. POS, dance to the rhetoric, lean to the left, call me terrorist, rock with it. Dance fever got them peeping out the prints on the floor. True believers keep their eyes on the horizon, catch me sizing up the silent. Check the crooked grind, watch me 50-50, keep the balance between the coping and the feeble mind. I hope the broken folk rewind, nothing much for token jokers here, skate off, we doing fine.
Heads will roll. Low life, recite that untold. Keep with the goals, rehearse with the 11. It'll be arrow after bullet after sunflower. Heads will roll. Low life, recite that untold. Keep with the goals, rehearse with the 11. It'll be barrel after barrel of that gunpowder.
misinterpret. Handful of my family tree. Dress rehearsal, death and birth will sing inside my key. I saw the snow fall. I stole paint to write your name on the stone wall. We made some babies, we made some messes too. Trying to do our best to push all of the blessings through. Half life gets spent behind the wheel, trying to claim innocent while I assemble my appeal. The blood and bones are pure as the tears. You can skip a stone and hit a full jury of my peers. But don't judge yet, just let the love get you wound up enough to beat the sound off the drum set. And point your voice at the void. Rejoice, make noise like you had the choice. It goes overflow, how much more can you hold? And still put faith first at the fork in the road. Search for the universal remote control while the words spill out of the hole in your soul. Now close your eyes and crack a smile if you know me while I spit into the sky, cause I miss the little homie. Disturb my peaceful smirk. Take everything that I bring with me. Make who I be now. Hear my family now.
All the signs of a dying nation. God save.
All right, enough music. I want to go with some of the Kane background sound music today. I don't do that very often. I love the soundtrack to this game. It really is amazing. It really is. So, if you're hanging out with me today, you're gonna enjoy it with me. How's that sound? So, let's see, where did I leave things? I don't know what I'm doing.
Lotus? Lotus? Where are you, precious? You've picked a bad day for a stroll in the park. Something's got into the animals. They're running wild, frenzied. I don't suppose you saw an Indrik on your way here. A tame one? She's my charge, and pride of the Queen's menagerie. I need to find her. The Royal Menagerie. It holds exotic species from all over Tamriel. Now they're running loose, attacking the keepers and each other. It's a slaughter. It's too dangerous for a gentle Indrik like Lotus. Please, can you help me search for her? Oh, Lotus has only ever known kindness. Gentle as a lamb. I hand-reared her from birth. She fled in the chaos, but she won't make it on her own. I have to find Lotus before she's hurt. Or worse. This is the only place she's ever known. She won't have wandered far. I hope. I wasn't at the epicenter of it all. I was about to feed
Sorry,
Lotus
guys.
when I started hearing the animals in a
having an
frenzy,
attack over here. I think
yowling
I'm a
and
little
slamming
sick.
against the pens. Once the mammoths broke free, the whole place came apart at the seams. Total pandemonium.
That's screwy. What are we
Indrics
exactly looking
vaguely
for?
resemble deer, but you'd never mistake the two. Their horns and antlers sparkle like
those
crystal,
dudes.
and their fronds and feathers are vibrant in any light. When Jeffers spun their shape, he made a tapestry of all life. I raised
What's
her
so
from a
special?
fawn, watched her grow up. I can't imagine losing her this way. And the Queen would never forgive me. She and Lotus were inseparable, until the duties of the crown called her away. I made a vow to care for Lotus in her stead. A gift from the sovereign to his daughter when she was barely knee-high. Before she became queen, Her Highness spent many a day frolicking through the royal menagerie with Lotus. Hard to imagine now, I know. I didn't see anyone else come this way, but I hope the others made it to safety. I'd rather not dwell on the alternative. If anyone's still in peril, we should lend our aid.
Alright, boys and girls, it looks like we're searching for Lotus. I'm all about it. Let's see what we can find here, shall we? Oh, he looks mad.
Anything I...
We need to break those down.
There, Lotus's enclosure. Maybe we can pick up her trail. This is the only place she's ever known. She won't... Find something? I don't see any new tracks. She didn't try returning to the enclosure. Find anything that might put us on her trail? Huh. Let me see that. Smells... off. Starting to turn color, too. It shouldn't have gone bad so quickly. I've never seen an animal react so violently to spoiled food, and nothing this tainted would have passed our inspections. I think something was added, probably close to feeding time. No, it couldn't be. We care for these animals like they were our kin. No one I know would harm one of these poor creatures, let alone do something like this. No, thank the gods. I'd just deposited it here when the trouble started. I don't think she'd graze on any now that it's become foul, but I'd rather not risk it. We should keep searching. I believe she ran off that way before we lost track of her. Indrix sometimes graze on these trees. Look around and let me know if you find anything. What did you find there? I don't see any sign of her here. Did you find anything? Stars! I've seen wild mammoths charge the enclosure walls, but they usually give up pretty quickly. I've never seen one driven to battering itself to death. Not by anger, not even... That would be an explanation, but it came on so suddenly. It seemed to afflict all the animals at once. Except Lotus. She was spooked, but not aggressive. I hope that's still the case. Did you hear that? Someone's in trouble. This way! Elise, what are you still doing here?
Thought I was a goner. Like the others. Those lions crept up on me while I was distracted. Thought I was done for. Who are you, anyway? Some friend of Talamar's? He came back to find Lotus? I know he takes his duty seriously, but that's insane. I think I saw her drinking by the reflecting pool, but she's skittish. Bolted the second she saw me passing by. Good luck catching her. No thanks. I appreciate the help, but I'm not sticking around to herd Indrix in this mess. I'm getting out of here before I wind up something's lunch. You should do the same. Good luck with your Indrik hunt, Talamar. Try not to get killed.
Elise, wait! We need to stay together! Damn it. Let's hope we have better luck with Lotus. So much for enlisting the help of other keepers. I just hope Elise's encounter with the lions will make her more cautious. Running off like that isn't a promising start. What was... Sorry, didn't seem the time for an introduction. Elise is one of the junior keepers. She really cares for the animals, but she's only got about 10 years under her belt. She shouldn't be working alone. Must have gotten separated from her tutor. She was probably still in shock. Elise has always been a sweet and diligent caretaker, though she has been distant lately. Of course, with some talented exceptions, the average apprenticeship period is 50 years. If we only dealt with local species, 10 years might be within the realm of possibility, but not here. She is! Lotus! After her! Easy, girl.
Get a hold
I'm
of
here.
your beast, Talamar! So, you managed to teach it some discipline after all. The Royal Menagerie is closed to the public at the moment. What are you doing here? His Indrik? You mean the royal family's Indrik? Every animal here is property of the crown. He would be wise to remember that before his personal attachment interferes with his duties. Regardless, your search shall be secured in the inner paddocks until order is restored. This act of sabotage will not be easy to recover from. You claim you arrived after the incident? I believe you. Whoever drugged today's feed supply knew too much about our procedures to have been an outsider. You may go, but I want you off my grounds. Talamar can escort you out, since watching Lotus seems too much for him. Talamar, take your new friend here and get off my grounds. The Rangers will take things from here.
But Lotus... Yes, Conservator. Sorry about all this. I just want you to know that even if the Conservator doesn't appreciate your efforts, I am truly grateful for your help. Conservator Vinalora, she's the appointed curator of the Royal Menagerie. All the keepers and rangers serve at her pleasure. I wouldn't take it personally. She's not one for niceties under the best of circumstances. If she really believes a keeper is responsible for sabotaging the menagerie, I can't say I blame her. I can hardly believe it, but it's the only explanation that makes any sense. Gods, no! I've worked with everyone here for decades. I just hope Vinalora catches the monster. Thank you again for helping me keep Lotus. Elise? I thought you had already left. What are you doing sulking around?
I didn't want to get you too involved, but I need help and there's no one else I can turn to. I was the one who drugged the animals. The plan wasn't for them to break loose, just stir up a fuss so I could slip into the conservatory unnoticed. Evidence. The menagerie is a facade. The ugly truth behind Silvar Woad isn't so pretty. There are entire sections blocked off from most of the keepers. Vinalora and her rangers guard them like a vault. The animals they take there never come back. People who question Vinalora don't last here. If she claims the animal is a risk of some kind, it's just quarantined in the inner paddock, never to be seen again. Something terrible is going on, and I mean to expose it. Help me prove that. It's going to take a lot more convincing for Talamar, I can tell. I don't know that he'll ever forgive me for the mess I've made here, but maybe you can get him to hear me out? I'm a spy for the Queen. I mean, I was a keeper first, but when the Queen asks you to serve, you serve. She asked me to keep an eye on Vinalora before she left for her coronation, but the Conservator has stonewalled my advancement. To her, I'm just some uppity Nebara trying to rise above my station. But once it became clear I wasn't going to get into her good graces, I had to improvise. We see how well that turned out. Hey, we can't all be slick and daring Khajiit of mystery. All I know is, healthy animals are disappearing, and her story doesn't add up. She could be selling them to wealthy Aldmeri to line her own pockets, or even butchering them to sell their parts to craft workers. I don't know. More than anything, I want to make sure it wasn't all for nothing. If I can find the proof that Vinalora is abusing these animals, then maybe it will have been worth it, and Talamar can at least understand why I took the risk I did.
She poisoned all these animals. She almost poisoned Lotus. And for what? It's true that I've never seen an animal move to the inner paddocks that's returned to outer enclosures, but she's suggesting what? That the Conservator is culling the herd. I mean, this is a crisis. Lotus is the prize of the menagerie. She wouldn't... This is insane. You know that? What do you need from me? It's a bit morbid, but I would search the bodies by the staff quarters near the main entrance. One of Vinalora's rangers might have had a key. All right, Elise, I'll help you. But if we don't find anything unusual in the conservatory, I'm turning you over to Vinalora myself.
Deal. If I'm crazy, go ahead and turn me in. But you know there's something going on here, Talmar.
Let's just get this over with. Did you find the keys? I'm feeling exposed out here.
All right, let's get this on.
Ew. What's that smell? It's coming from over here. I knew they were up to something here. Smells awful. Alchemical. This equipment isn't incriminating enough on its own, though. Vinalora could justify it for medicinal uses. We need to find evidence that can't be explained away so easily. Samples, records, a test subject. Anything that proves without a doubt that the animals here are being used for something other than conservation. There's probably more upstairs. Whoa. These poor creatures. Let's find out what Vinalora was doing with them. Hey, what are you reading over there? You found something important, didn't you? I could read it on your face from across the room. What's in those papers? Vinalora, you piece of... This is everything I need to prove she's been abusing her position here. I have to get this to the Proxy Queen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he deserves to know. Let's find him and get out of here before our luck runs out. This should be all I need. Where did Talamar wander off to?
Disobedience doesn't suit you, Talamar. Uncooperative animals don't last long here.
What have you done with Lotus, you monster?
I'd be more concerned for yourself right now. Try something rash, and Talamar will sprout an arrow from the eye. You've all caused me enough trouble for one day. They're a very special beast. Revered, even. As blessed beings who are as graced by the gods as we Aldmeri. They are a gift to our people. Not found anywhere else in the world, and we have squandered their potential too long. Maintaining our natural primacy. What else? The mongrels of Tamriel infest everything. Even our unspoiled isles now. But their overgrowth can be curbed. They only need a natural predator. The Indrics will be our immortal Adric Avengers. You're in no position to stop me. This enclosure is as strong as a fortress, and these barriers are impenetrable by even the Indric's effortless teleportation. Surrender before my... What was that? No! The wards! The Indrics will run wild! Elise! I should have known you'd be behind this!
Good luck containing your experiments. We'll give your regards to the Queen.
This isn't over, mongrel! You'll all pay for this!
Damn Vinalora! I can't let her turn Lotus into some sort of monster. I have to find her. It should be me. I'm the closest to family she has next to the Queen. Oh, I feel so helpless. Promise me you'll bring back Lotus unharmed. I don't want to think about that. Finding Lotus comes first. Thank you. For everything.
Vinalora must have been more shaken than she looked. She didn't hit anything vital, far as I can tell. I don't usually work on people, but if I can stitch up feuding a Chater, I can handle this. You can't be serious. There's nothing stopping Lotus from escaping on her own now. We've got what we need to bring Vinalora down. There's no reason to risk your life. He's lucky to have found someone as foolish as he is. At least take my ward break. Hang on, Talamar. We'll get you out of here.
Live tests. Let's find out. There'll be time enough once you're all dead. Lead me from this forsaken place!
She's all right. Thank Zephyr. Oh, thank you.
Damn it, Talamar. You're going to reopen that wound.
It's so good to see Lotus alive and well. I couldn't stop thinking of her scared and injured, or worse. If Vinalora had turned her into some kind of monster, I swear, we should flee before Vinalora and her rangers come after us. Gods, that's terrible. I won't shed tears over Vinalora. She had to be stopped. But I'm so sorry you have her blood on your hands. I guess this is the end of the royal menagerie. With the conservator gone, there's no one in charge of trying to get this place back in order. It'll all come apart by the time the proxy queen allocates a replacement. If she allocates a replacement. Me? Run the menagerie? I'd love to see it put back the way I remember it. But will it ever be the same now that I know what was really happening here? I could just take Lotus and put all this behind us. Yes, I know myself well enough to know I would be miserable just abandoning this place. I've poured so much of my life into it. Maybe I can do some good here, change the way these animals are treated. These animals deserve better than to be left to fend for themselves. Don't suppose I could declare it a wildlife preserve and leave the animals to roam freely, could I? I'm going to have my work cut out for me getting this place back in order. I'll take Lotus and try to find other survivors who escaped the chaos. Convincing them to return won't be easy, but I'm certain I can get at least a few other keepers and rangers to follow my lead. After that, a whole lot of wrangling. She's gone, and their operation is in shambles. I don't see why they'd stick around. But I'll be sure to burn their research at the first opportunity. Nothing like that will ever happen again under my watch. Wild Indriks are aggressive towards things they perceive as threats. Even if Vinalora hadn't given them her vile serums, they couldn't have been happy about being penned up like cattle. There may be hope for them, if the legends are true. It is said that when Indrik die, their souls don't leave Mundus. Instead, Zephyr plants them back into the land to sprout again as reborn fawns. If it's true, you think they remember their old lives? I like to believe Lotus will remember me. Then I do hope they forgive us for her transgressions. I'll do my best to make it up to any others I meet. She endangered every living thing here with the stunt she pulled. It'll be days before we know the final toll of stopping Vinalora. I know Elise did this for the right reasons, but I don't know that I can forgive her for all this bloodshed. That's what makes it hard. Everything worked out for me. It's not my grudge I'm holding on to. It's theirs. All those innocent lives. She's a good person, but I'm going to need time.
the power of eternal darkness! A minor setback, nothing more. from my shadows! In the dark, you will never see the end when it comes.
Yeah, boy. And here we go. Ow. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Having some trouble here, boys. Ooh. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Proxy Queen keeps me as busy as a sapiarch's apprentice. If I need to deal with one more disaster today, I may order the divine prosecution to round up vagrants for me to beat upon. Now, out with it. Were you able to disrupt the abyssal geysers? That's excellent news. Despite my misgivings, it seems the Queen's decree has been more of a blessing than a curse. I'm not sure what we would have done without the help of newcomers like you. You have my thanks and the gratitude of all of Somerset. You returned just in time. A new spate of abyssal geysers have appeared across the island. We need to act quickly upon the information Kaina and Maria gathered. The sea slodes have unleashed abyssal geysers that can sink the island. They assumed we'd be so concerned with the creatures that bubbled out of them that we'd fail to realize the true danger until it was too late. Let's destroy the geysers, find them, and obliterate them as... There's nothing else to discuss until those abyssal geysers have been
Okay, she's a daily.
I see something within you, a glistening jewel ready to be polished, a passion teeming with...
Best prices here.
There is much more I can teach you. What else do you...
Cloudrest destroyed. You have the look of a traveler. Tell me, have you heard news of Cloudrest, the city within the mountains of Aldmeri? My mother is there, and I feel she may be in danger. Bad dreams. A great darkness devouring Cloudrest as it filled the streets. My mother's last letter spoke of the Welkanars capturing the sea slode Zamarj just a few days ago. If there's anything powerful enough to destroy a city, it's a slode. Yes, I'm afraid I do. Could you travel to Cloudrest? I know a few merchants headed to the city. I'm sure they'd be amenable if you asked for a ride in their cart. If Cloudrest is known for anything, it's the Welkanars. The fact that they were able to capture something as dangerous as a sea slode tells you of their might in battle. Especially one as powerful as Zamarja.
shining face, smiling garden. Star-eyed bride and other, last words were mine. I still
Somerset requires your services, friend around.
Gotta step out for just a second. Alright. Sorry for the delay. The real world happening around here. I do have a regular job and getting ready for work. Not going to work today so much, but you know, work week ahead. Washing clothes, would be told. And I was freaking starving. Just real quick, I want to self-ingratiation. This might get a little cantankerous, so bear with me. I know it's going to be kind of weird, but it's something I really should do. Right? I've been online for hours now. We are live after all. I don't know how well it's really coming off. We're about to find out. So, really? Again. So I just gotta figure out if I did this right. I mean, how hard can that be? One. Is it possible well, let's find out. We're gonna check after this point. One. Well, that just didn't work at all. God damn it. One. That worked. Wow. Okay. So I had this way out of sync. That's kind of crazy. Okay. That's done. Thank you for entertaining my craziness. Back on the path.
No more stall. Tell Raz what's happening at the Crystal Tower, now!
Climb the watchtower and see for yourself.
Why did you tell him that?
His teeth were very sharp, Dumbledore.
The Crystal Tower isn't supposed to do that, yes?
The tower started glowing right before you arrived.
Raz was nearby when he heard that the Sapiarchs were up to something at the Crystal Tower. This one didn't expect the tower to start glowing. I hope this is the work of the Sijiks, yes? No, this is something worse. Raz feels it in his paws. Daedric Princess. Raz hates those things. And this one supposes that if Nocturnal takes control of the Crystal Tower, that would be bad for Somerset, yes? So that would be a yes on the bad for Somerset question. Infinite. A number so big it makes Raz's head swim just trying to imagine it. So what should we do about this? You have a plan to save the day, yes? So that is what the Sapiarchs are doing at the Gatehouse. Raz should have known. Magic makes this one's fur stand on end. Alright, let's go to the Gatehouse and see how the Sapiarchs are coming along before something else happens to the tower.
The tower! What's happening?
Raz thinks this is bad. Come, my friend, to the Gatehouse!
Don't lose focus!
The diamond key! It won't meld with me!
Keep trying! We need to open... Time is running out. The Sapiarchs still haven't completed their ritual, and now Nocturnal has launched an attack against them. I sent Darien and Razumdar to defend the Sapiarchs, but the Daedra keep on coming. I'll stay here and try to assist with the ritual. You go and help Darien and Razumdar. We need to buy the Sapiarchs enough time to attune themselves to the diamond keys. While the Sapiocs here work to attune themselves to the Resolute Diamonds, other Sapiocs perform their parts of the ritual at the north and south platforms. Nocturnal has sent Daedra to disrupt the ritual platforms. You need to stop them.
This platform is safe. Go! I'll finish up here.
Finish the ritual. We will keep you safe. Platform is safe. Go! Raz will finish up here.
The energy. Something feels wrong.
No! I think it's working! Ah! Damn it, no!
That was unexpected, yes.
I knew this wasn't going to work. Speeding up the Sapioc ritual was a long shot at best. We should have had the Conclave working on a solution all along. The Psijics could have figured out how to attune the Resolute Diamonds. You're right. Even without the Right Master, we can still do this. I can take the Resolute Diamonds and return to Alteum immediately. But, well, I'm kind of at a loss as to what we should do next. No, that was a bad idea the first time Lathan suggested it. I'll take the diamonds to Alteum and get to work immediately. Darian, gather the diamond keys. The Psijic Order will do what the Sapiocs could not.
No, I'm done with the Psijic Order. Too many deaths, not enough action.
Raz will meet our friend in Alinor. You two do what you must. Raz will meet you in Alinor. This one and the Proxy Queen have known each other a long time. She loves me like a brother. Of course, she hates her actual brothers, so what does Raz know? Raz just hopes the Psijic can do what she claims.
Well met, and good fortune to you.
This one has seen many bizarre things working as an Eye of the Queen, but this may take the moon sugar cake. A strange dog walked up and spoke to Raz.
What's up?
That is what
Why
Raz
not?
said. A dog. It spoke words as clear as day. It gave me a message to give to you. The dog said you should meet it in the gardens because it had something important to tell you. Yes, Raz will go warn the Proxy Queen. That would be for the best. Just be careful, my friend. This one does not trust dogs, especially ones that talk. Talking animals, so unnatural, yes?
Talking. Oh, that's Cloud. What you up to, Meaty?
Nothing. Just got back from working with the BFW in the bingo hall.
Cool.
I bet the dead of Tanzeldo had a lot to say about Iran.
A request from the Office of Divine Prosecution. Animal handling desire.
Follow me.
Oh, I was on earlier today, and I finally finished Caldwell's Gold.
Congratulations.
Yep. My tune is officially a pothead. I don't think I'm going to take it off.
Wasn't that fun? Exercise is good for the digestion after all. Besides, I find that people look at me strangely whenever I start chatting in public. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to tell you that my master wants to have words with you. Where do you live? Under a rock? Everybody knows that Barbas is the Hound of Clavicus Vile. Look, I was glad to come find you and get out of the house, as it were. Vile's fuming about how Nocturnal betrayed him. He just hates getting embarrassed. Probably wants to make some kind of a deal. That's his bread and butter, you know. Look, it's no skin off my nose, but it seems to me that Nocturnal irritated you even more when she evaporated your friend and took the Crystal Tower's heart. Head into the caves just north of the city. He told me he'd wait there, but not to take too long. Like I said, he's still a little upset about the Triad breaking up and all that. My master has been livid since Nocturnal betrayed him. That's why I've been keeping my distance. Do me a favor and try not to make him any more irritated when you talk to him. I'd hate to see something bad happen to you. Oh wait, no I wouldn't. What? You never heard of the Daedric Prince of Bargains? The ruler of the Fields of Regret, and the Lord of Tricks and Wishes? Well, don't tell him that. He's upset enough as it is. He had such high hopes until Nocturnal betrayed their partnership. I'm Barbas. Sure, I may look like a talking dog, but I'm actually a talking dog. I'm my master's faithful hound and servant. Although I have a tendency to annoy my prince. Not sure why that is. Anyway, this is just one of my favorite forms.
Enough, Silery. These mysterious deaths are our business to solve, not yours.
Well, a silent wave.
Enough, Silery. These mysterious deaths.
Where am I going?
Not yours.
We. You laughing at? What you laughing at?
Oh, my brother-in-law finally added me as a friend. I just got an Xbox. I just got an Xbox Live.
Enough, Silery. These mysterious deaths are our business to solve, not yours.
Boy. So what are you doing? Farming?
Oh, just side quests, doing the whole completionist thing, so many quests in every area. Mainly for shits and giggles. Pretty much just doing what I can to murder.
Cool. I'm trying to finish Somerset.
I have not yet done that on this tune.
God damn it, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Load.
I love it.
Oh, God.
Whoever created the quest that I'm on is... They must have been high and tweaking at the same time.
What?
They're probably tweaking when they made this quest. Constable had a bad dream. Everyone's against him. And now he's locking people up and whatnot. And it's just up to you to prove him wrong. That he's a paranoid idiot.
That sounds interesting. So, yeah. Okay.